Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. My name is Dawn. You're listening to Dawn Williams Tarot. If your sun, moon, or rising sign is in the sign of Cancer, then this reading may be for you. It is a general message, so not all of the messages may fit. So please do not try to force them to fit if it isn't resonating with you. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And this message is for current energies through December the 9th, 2023. If you're new to my channel, I would really like it if you would like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just an easy click, and you're there. Currently, I think I've got about 385 in YouTube and 25 in BitChute. So I would really like to grow. And the thing is when I do these readings, I ask Spirit to pull in the energies of, especially the people that have subscribed to my channel, and then anyone else that may see this channel in the future. But I do take your energy into consideration as I sit down to do the meditations prior to doing your reading. So today I'm going to pull 2 oracle cards, and then I'm going to do your reading, and then I'm going to finish up with pulling 3 Archangel Power Tarot cards for you, which actually helps tie up any loose ends. Excuse me, I have to get water. You can see my eyes like starting to water. Excuse me for that. I got a little tickle right there. Okay, we're good. The last 4 cards, so I always work with the Archangel. So if you're new to me, you don't probably know that, but I always work with the angels in all my readings. And I really, for the month of November, I had made it an agreement with them that I would use them every time I did a reading. I'd pull cards from an Archangel or angel tarot deck of some kind. So I'm going to do that for you. I just got this new deck called the Archangel Power Tarot, and I just really love it. So I'm using those as my last messages for you. So I hope that you'll stay to the end so that you can get all those messages as well. Is there any messages that you wanted me to share? Oh, so I was going to ask you, how did you survive the full moon in Gemini? That was Monday, this last Monday. Today is Thursday that I'm actually taping this on November the 30th. And for me, it was really interesting. I'm the type of person that I usually feel whatever is coming at us, those energies that are coming towards us, I usually feel those a week in advance. And then what happens is usually the day of or the couple days after, I really don't feel much of anything. I feel like especially like when I go through the retrogrades, Mercury retrograde specifically, that one's usually always tough. But usually I start feeling it a week ahead, and then let's say it's going to end on this date, and I usually then stop feeling whatever those effects are about a week prior. So it's a week before and a week prior to it, concluding. But that was not the case this time. I was fine on Monday. I did meditation that day. I did some work that day. And then I started feeling a little tired. Like I could feel the effects of that day. It was a heavy day for me. For one thing, it was the new moon was in Gemini, but it had some conjunctions, and I can't remember what it was conjuncting. I think there was 2 planets that were conjuncting that Gemini full moon. And I was fine the day of. And then Tuesday, I woke up and I was fine. I got up, did my stuff. And then about I don't know, about 5 o'clock, I started feeling tired. And then yesterday I got up, I got ready, I felt fine when I woke up. After I got ready, I sat down on my sofa and I thought, I feel a little cold. So I thought, oh, I'll just put a little white blanket on me and I'll just sit here for a second. And the next thing you know, I was out, and I was out for hours. So yesterday was a sleep day for me. And the funny thing was, is even though I slept fine the night before, I slept most of the day yesterday. After I got up, I made myself some dinner. So I had food. I took a detox bath. I went to bed and I slept through the night. So I guess my process was to sleep. And I think the reason why is because the messages I was getting was I was hitting this energy. And I think the reason why I fell asleep was so that I wouldn't resist that energy, because I know that right now I'm going through this process of bumping up myself. And I think that had I been awake all day yesterday, I probably would have analyzed and I would have wanted to know more. And they just wanted to just knock me out. No, you go to sleep and we'll just, do all the things we're going to do. And then you'll wake up and it'll all be done. Right. So I don't know if it's all done, but it feels better is all I got to say. Okay, so let's get started on your reading. And I don't know what your experience was. I hope it was more gentle than, well, mine wasn't hard. It was just sweet. That's all I did. Okay, so your card is, my greatest experience of freedom comes when I let go of what others think of me. Cancer, that's a good card. This is just like, it's their perception, right? You can't control their perception. There is this really good book about the 4 agreements that talk about you can't control what anybody else thinks about you. And it's really none of your business what they think, right? It's kind of funny. Okay, so now I'm going to pull a card from the Archangel Oracle by Doreen Virtue. And you got Archangel Yophael, and she is suggesting that you go outdoors. Go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. My finger so you can read that message as well. Yophael. Pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to pull your cards. I have shuffled these a bunch of times, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle them again. And I would like to call in, our higher selves. I'd like to call in our angels, our guardians, any ascended masters that we are working with. The God of our heart. Please give us messages for Cancer. What do they need to know through December the 9th, please, 2023? What do they need to be aware of? What's coming in? To give them some guidance and balance from up high, please. Thank you. Okay. So Spirit always has me split the deck 3 times. And then split the deck 1 more time, which I'll do. And then I pull your card from there. So I'm going to lay out your cards. Your first column is your immediate past. Your second column has to do with current energies. Your third column has to do with immediate future. And then your final column has to do with all the good stuff. Everything in this column is good. Okay, so first of all, I just want to look around. Chariot, the High Priestess. Okay, and we have 3, 4. We have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you are cups, cups, cups. Okay, well, this is interesting. You do have all the suits here. You've got wands, you've got swords. You do have cups. And you do have pentacles. So you have everything here. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. Okay, so here we're gonna talk about your immediate past. These are energies that you were just working through and are completing. And the first card is the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is a card of, oh, I just noticed that. Interesting. I don't know what those are. Kind of looks like a heart though, doesn't it? Phew, phew. Okay. Ace of Swords. So this has to do with a new opportunity or looking at things in a new way, or this has to do with a new way of communicating or a new way of coming to decisions. This is an opportunity, but swords have to do with the way that we think, the way that we express our communication, right? The way that we express, and then how we come up with different ideas. This is to represent a hand of God coming out and giving you this opportunity right here, right? Oh, and I just noticed that this has got a rose and this has got this has got the lily. No, these are both roses. She got a white rose and a red rose. So I know the white has to do with purity, purity of thought. And then roses have to do with passion and love and what else? Courage, I think. But anyway, what this is a new opportunity that presented itself to you. So it's either something that was coming in that was going to give you information that you needed in order for you to be able to take that information and do something with it. It could be a form of communication. So it could have been you've been waiting for somebody or something to give you some additional information that would cause you to be able to start on your project, whatever it may be. Now, your second card is your wish card, which I love this card. This is the Nine of Cups. It's a very happy card, very you know, this could very well be talking about Thanksgiving, right? Because we just went through that Thanksgiving thing. But this 9 is about progression, advancing. But the other thing is this all has to do with our emotions, communication, and happiness. And if there was something that you were wishing for, this would be saying that your wish has been granted. The final card in this column has to do with the King of Swords. King of Swords is a type of an individual. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to represent a man. It could represent a female or a male. It's just the energy of the card. The energy of the card is a masculine energy, but we all have feminine, masculine energies within us all, right? Even though I'm female, I still have masculine energy within my makeup. This guy is a very logical thinker. He's very logical. He likes numbers. He likes to understand the whys in life. This individual likes things very balanced. Whenever I think of this card, I always think of somebody that is like business minded in terms of like taxes and tax structure, things that I am not good at, right? I always think, oh, this would be a great guy because he likes numbers and he likes to understand the whys of things, the whys, WHY, why. Okay, sorry. There's money in my mind. He is very down to earth, though. He is a logical thinker. He rarely comes from his heart space. He will never kind of give you the warm and fuzzies unless, you know, he's in love with you, then he will. But for the most part, he does keep that distance a little bit. He's more of a mental thinker. And this could be somebody that you had been involved with or had some kind of communication with, or is helping you in some way, could be a mentor for you, could be somebody that's coming in and helping you. It could be your tax man, for all I know, since I kept thinking of the words taxes, right? That maybe you're working on your taxes already. But this is in your past position. And what's currently coming towards you is the Ace of Pentacles. I love the Ace of Pentacles. So far you have got two aces here. You have the Ace of Swords, which was the new opportunity, but in your past. And then this is your current energy. So this is an opportunity for a new home, a new item for your home. So it could be a purchase of some kind. It could be something that's coming in with your health. Like maybe your health is going to improve. Maybe you've been having a problem and they finally figured out what it is that is going on with you, and you have an answer, right? But this again is another gift from God. You can see the hand coming out of the cloud. So this is either a new direction, a new path, a new way of looking at something. Could be a side job for you, could be an opportunity to make additional money, could be a career advancement, something like that. You do have on this card does have the lily and has the red rose, and the lilies have to do with purity as well. The lily has to do with compassion and purity of thought, and the red rose has to do with passion, not compassion, although it could be compassion, right? But this is usually deep, deep love here. So there's all this opportunity. And then the other thing too is you can see there is a path right through this garden, and in the back there are mountains back there. And this is on the moon card as well, and I'm going to show it to you because it is your next card. As you can see, there is a path that you need to take to get to the mountains, and the mountains have to do with accomplishments and success. So this card is starting you off on your journey. You have the potential of making additional money, but once again, it is an opportunity. You have to recognize it as an opportunity, and then you have to grab that opportunity and do something with it, okay? So you have to nurture whatever this is. And then you have this moon card. Now, the interesting thing about the moon card is that we just went through our full moon, is that this card is a card of mystery. This is a card of your subconscious as well. So it could very well be that you might be having a lot of very vivid dreams. We are integrating on this higher level. We are integrating more of our subconscious into our higher self, into our physical bodies. We are starting to really merge the higher parts of us. We're bringing in more into our physical bodies as we move forward towards ascension to the 5D reality. And what this card is saying is that there is something that's going to come in. I'm not able to give you a lot of detail about it. It is your journey to walk. You're going to be this lobster right here who would prefer to stay in the water, but Spirit, of course, wants you to evolve, wants you to move forward, wants you to walk through your fears. In this case, he's going to crawl, right, because he's a lobster. He's going to come out of the water and he's going to start his journey down this path. He's going to go by this wolf and this dog, which talks about loyalty. And this wolf has to do with our basic instincts, our basic animal nature, our animal instincts, right? Just to trust. We're going to go past the two pillars, and we're going to make our way all the way back to that mountain area back there. The the moon is a mysterious path, so there's something that's going to be coming in that is going to be unexpected, or it's going to be something that you're going to, once this happens, you're going to think back to this reading and go, ah, that's what she was talking about, right? The other card in this column is the Strength card. So whatever this is bringing in a lot of inner wisdom, a lot of your inner strength. This card right here, to me, it's one of my favorite cards. I do love the Strength card. I think a lot of the reason why I do love this Strength card, though, is it does represent Leo the lion. She has definitely got her hands in this lion's mouth. She's been able to tame this lion. She's able to wrestle with this lion, and this lion is not eating her. So the symbology of that, plus it's a yellow card. So yellow, whenever you see a yellow card, they're always very positive. This is like the sun shining on you. This is like definitely you're being guided from above, or you're being helped from the other side, right? So the Strength card has to do with walking your path. It has to do with recognizing, for me, it has to do with recognizing what it has taken to get you to this moment in time. And a lot of times it has to do with grueling, dark night of the soul, a lot of things that come, that just push you on your spiritual path to get you to this point. And then once you're here, I feel that this allows you to be very centered in your body, right? You're very centered in your body. You know the things that you'll accept, the things that you won't accept. It is a quiet kind of a energy, but don't mistake it for being weak. It does not have anything to do with weakness. It definitely has to do with you have the ability to plow ahead, right? You have more strength than what you realize. Spirit recognizes all of your hard work, and that's kind of what this energy is representing. And the other thing too is, as we don't really know what this path represents, you're going to have to go within, and you're going to have to travel that path, but calling in your own inner strength and your own inner knowing, as you traverse down on this journey here. Now, immediate future is coming in, and your first card is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of conflict. It is a card of, it can represent conflict. So it could be conflict in communication, could be conflict with somebody else, could be conflict within, like somebody gives you, like let's say you work for a company and they give you a project to do and you are not excited about it, right? It could be that kind of a conflict. It could be a conflict of your inspiration, or a conflict within your creativity or your passion in some way. However, five, because this is a five, there's five here. Fives do represent change, right? So a change is coming in. A change is coming in that is going to affect the way that you are motivated, or the way that your passion is. It's going to change the way that you think about some certain thing that's coming in. Now, the other thing that this card does represent as well is it also does represent training of some kind. So it could very well be that your employer is wanting for you to get some kind of certification to help level you up in your job, so that you can make more money and you can be more, helpful to the company that you're working for. It doesn't necessarily have to be restricted to your job. It could be, maybe you're just looking for something spiritual to do. So maybe you decide you want to learn how to read tea leaves. I don't know. Maybe you want to learn how to do Reiki, or maybe you want to do a healing modality, or there's any number of things. Maybe you want to just learn how to meditate. Maybe you want to learn how to do tapping, right? Which is to help break patterns, long-term patterns that we have. Could be any number of those things, okay? But this is coming in for you. And then from there, we have this King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups, I don't see any cards here that represent love. So the lovers are not here. The twos are not here. So I'm not thinking that this is a love reading. Although this gentleman is a very heart-centered individual, this person does communicate through their heart space. So this is either a person that you're going to be working with in the future. This could be somebody that you're going to be seeing over the holiday period. This could be your dad. So this is somebody who is very emotionally stable. They're a very emotionally stable person. They've really got their stuff together. They come across as them having their stuff together, right? You can recognize that easily within them. They're usually very warm. They're very caring. They're very generous. They're not only just generous with their money, but they're generous with their time as well. So this would make a very good mentor, somebody that really that is just very warm, caring. So it could be a situation where this is somebody you're working with, could be somebody that you meet, could be a new friend that's coming in. And it doesn't necessarily have to represent a male, it could be a female. It's just the energies that this person represents, right? So this guy has his kingdom. He's learned he's worked his way up the ranks. He has a tremendous amount of knowledge, this king. And he is very kind. He's very generous, like I had mentioned. What else about the king? About it. Okay. And then your last card in this column is the Temperance card. Now, this again is another major arcana. This is in your future coming up for you. So I feel like it may be a little while that you work through this energy here. This is a card of caution. It's a card of patience, and it's a card of balance. Okay. Now, as you can see, she's got one foot on land and she's got one foot in the water, and she's pouring from one cup into the other, and she's an angel. So it's basically one of those cards of alchemy. It's kind of like taking one energy and creating something and making it into a new energy, right? She's actually trying to alchemy water into wine. That's the easiest, I guess. It's the first thing that came to my mind. But the other thing again is there's another path right here. Do you see this path? This path goes way back into the back there. So I feel like you have this opportunity that's coming in. I do look at the Temperance card as an opportunity. What else do I want to know about this card? Yeah, pretty much everything that I said already. This card is, this is a major arcana. So balance. So the balance has to do with any time that you feel as though you're giving more attention to one thing and not enough attention to the other. It's kind of like being on a scale, right? So if you're doing more of one thing than the other, then it's going to go off out of balance, right? So that's that whole thing of really pay attention to your energy. What is your energy trying to tell you? And then the other thing is about this patience. I don't know if this is because you are trying to create something new. You're trying to create a new business. You're trying to create a new project. Maybe you're trying to create a new product of some kind, or maybe you are doing some research, whatever it is. But this card is telling you that you're on the right path. You just need to be patient, and what it is that you're seeking will come forward for you. Your last column has to do with everything in this column is amazing. And your first card is the Emperor. I do love the Emperor energy. This is the divine masculine energy. This is an individual who is very business oriented. I think of Donald Trump when I think of this card. The Donald Trump that is the businessman, the Donald Trump that knows how to do a business deal. He knows how to close a deal. He knows exactly what he needs to do in order to create his empire. And that's kind of this energy of this king. Actually, this is the emperor, and the emperor embodies all the four kings in this one individual. So he does have the warm heart. He is very good with money. He's very analytical. He knows all of his facts. He's very passionate. He has a lot of drive. He's another individual that doesn't really slow down. The only thing that I see for in the emperor energy that I would consider kind of a negative is a lot of times he will ask people for their opinions about things, but then he'll go with his own mind with what he wants to do, and that's fine. However, there are times when he will ask for your opinion, he'll consider it and still do what he wants to do. So then you wonder, well, what would you ask me my opinion for if you weren't going to take it? But he did take it. He took it into consideration. The other thing is sometimes you will want them to ask you for your opinion. You want to give your opinion, and they don't care what your opinion is. They're just going to do what they're going to do. And that's kind of the other aspect of this card. So this could either be somebody new coming in. This could be somebody that you're working with. This could be a husband. It could be your dad. It could be somebody that you're going to be meeting over the holiday season. As this kind of is a future card, it could represent anyone really that's coming in. Now, the thing about this card is also clarified by this Two of Swords. This Two of Swords is a card of needing to make a decision, a mental decision. The thing about this card is it's also asking you to think outside the box. It's not just red and green or black and white, this or that. It's really pushing you to really think of other options other than just this or that, right? It's really asking you to think outside the box. What can you come up with as an ulterior direction for you? There's something that you're not seeing. There's something that you're not seeing, so you can't communicate about it because you're not seeing it yet. So basically what this is saying is that not everything is either yay or yes or no, right? It's not always just a yes and no, black or white. There are other options. And this person can easily reach up and take that blindfold off, right? And she'll know exactly what she needs to do. The other thing about this card I always mention is when I see this card, I see that she's got her arms crossed over her heart. So whatever decision she's making, she's not even including her heart in that decision. And Spirit always tells me that before you make any major decisions on things, you should go with your gut first, if you have any gut feelings about it. And then if your gut's okay, then go with your heart. Is your gut and your heart okay? And then you can go with your mental. But anyway, those are my suggestions. Okay, so then the very final card is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a card of this individual really loves their home life. Mostly the knights are meant to go out and adventure, and this guy doesn't really go far from his home. This is a person that does works very hard. He's very diligent, works very hard. He doesn't move very quickly. This could be all about your home. Maybe there's projects at home you need to do. Something about your home space is what this card is about. So typically it's about your home, or it's about a career, something like that. Could very well be that maybe you are contemplating looking at a new career space. This card would tell you if that is what you're thinking of, and if it aligns with your gut, your heart, and your mind, then move forward with it. One of the things that happened with me yesterday, which is bringing this up, is this idea of illusions. It came up in my dream space, and then so I was writing down some of my dreams, and that word kept popping up, illusion, illusion. And it's kind of like where we as individuals will sometimes sugarcoat, or we will think of something and then we blow it up in our own minds to think that it's much better than it is, so that we convince ourselves to move forward towards whatever that is that we're talking about. And the thing is Spirit was telling me to really think about where in my life I do that to myself, where I put myself into this, oh, that's just an illusion, right? It's what you want. And I was always taught that when you want to manifest, you believe, you think as though you believe as though you have it. But Spirit is now correcting me, my belief system, and telling me that is living in an illusion. So you really need to kind of find that balance between what it is you're trying to create. Is it creatable? Is it an option for you? And how much of it is the illusion? And when we live in the illusion, we typically get disappointed because things don't always work out the way that we think. So I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, Cancer. I'm going to start with the Archangel Power Tarot cards. So far, this reading looks really good. If you've stuck with me this far, I hope that you will like, and I hope you will subscribe if you're new. And if you're older and you've been with me a while, please like, because all those little clicks really help. It costs you nothing to click. And it really helps us as creators to get the message out there, because it's all about the algorithms with YouTube and BitChute and these groups. Okay, so I'm going to pull cards now. And because this deck is such a big deck, it's bigger, it's a big, really big, fat deck. And I've shuffled the cards and everything. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to split the deck. And I'm going to take the top card and the bottom card. And then I'm going to put the cards together again. And I'm going to split the deck again and take the top card and the bottom card. That's what I'm going to do. Here you are, you watch me. So we're going to take the top card. And we're going to take the bottom card. Wow. 2 more majors. Okay, so here we are again. Split the deck. Take the top card. Take the bottom card. Okay. Now I'm going to read these. So your first card is the Emperor. So it really feels as though this Emperor energy is really strong. So somebody's coming in. It's going to be a very strong energy for you. So just know they're coming. Be ready. The message is Archangel Uriel, and it says stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation and ambitious plans. So some of you might have really ambitious plans, and it looks as though you're going to get help with this Emperor, which you got the Emperor twice. Okay, and then we have new beginnings. This is Archangel Jeremiah. It says starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. Oh, so this would be the Judgment card. Yeah, so this is a new awareness, right? This is a new aha moment. It is a release, actually. Finding your purpose. This is a great card. New beginnings. Yay. Okay, and then we have the King of Ariel, which is success, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well, professional and financial success, and you use your resources wisely. So this would represent, this would be your third king, because you got the King of Swords, King of Cups, and now you got the King of Pentacles. I feel like this is the Pentacles card. finances, down to earth. This is all down to earth energy. So you could either be embracing this energy for yourself. And if you look here, I don't think you can see it, but there is a treasure chest right here. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, he looks good. Okay. Then your last card is the Knight of Ariel. Trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. There is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan. Being watched over by someone kind. So again, the Knights are all about taking action. I really do feel as though that is this energy right here that we're talking about. This Pentacle. So if it is a double card, it definitely is saying that this this Knight of Pentacles is a trustworthy individual, understanding, devoted, funny, being watched over by someone kind. Okay, so don't forget to go outdoors. That's your reminder. And then this one is, my greatest experience of freedom comes when I let go of what others think of me. So this has been a great reading. I hope you have enjoyed this, Cancer. I hope that something in here has been helpful to you. Again, like, subscribe, and until my next reading with you, take very good care of you, and I hope you have an amazing week. Cheers.